Tuesday, October 15th. It's been a while since my last update because there was a lot going on. My surgery happened a month and 2 days ago, and I have healed extremely well from it. Nothing unexpected, which is great. My left fallopian tube was removed, and there was a hydrosalpinx, which is where there's a lot of fluid or buildup that blocks the tube and makes it dilated. So it makes it, it blows it up and gets clogged. She said that she found some endometriosis. She's pretty sure that the endometriosis is the cause of the blocked tube. So she removed all of the endometriosis. There was a cyst or two on my right fallopian tube, and she also removed that. She put a mesh barrier around my uterus. That will take, I think she said, a month. So maybe by now, it gels, and it kind of like gels into your uterus, which is kind of like a little yucky to think about, but kind of cool. But everything went super well. Recovery wasn't as gruesome as I thought it would be. The worst part about it was the gas pain that I had in my stomach afterwards. It was about 3 or 4 days continuously afterwards, because they fill your diaphragm with so much air so that they can kind of make their way around, and that's just kind of trapped in there for a while. So it made it difficult to sleep and kind of move around. I already was moving slow, but sometimes it made it difficult to sleep. After that subsided, there was a little bit of pain, around my incisions. It wasn't as bad as I expected. I'm fully recovered now. Sometimes, my incisions kind of still itch a little bit, and the stitches underneath, I can still feel them, and my surgeon let me know that they will take a couple of months to dissolve, but it's amazing. You can hardly see, where the incisions are, and the one in my belly button, you can't even tell it's there. About 2 weeks later, we had the post-op appointment, the follow-up with the surgeon. That's when she let me know that my endometriosis is technically only stage 1, but the fact that it interfered with my tube is stage 2. So I think technically I'm stage 1 because the tube is gone. Also, all the endometriosis is gone. And I asked her, because I was under the impression that your endometriosis can grow back with every cycle, but apparently at this point it should take a year or 2 years for it to grow back. So holy cow, I was super excited about that. The reason that I had asked her about that was because I wanted to know if the endometriosis is going to continue to grow back, what is our window of time for our highest chance of getting pregnant. That's when she told me that it actually shouldn't come back for a year or 2. And with that in mind, our highest chance of getting pregnant is in the next 6 months. So, wow, we were very excited to hear that. Yesterday, I had the phone appointment with our fertility doctor. Since everything went well with with my surgery, he does think it's a good idea for us to try IUI a couple more times. And that's kind of what Adam and I had discussed and what we want to do. So we'll be trying that a few more times. Now, you learn so much through all of this. Things that I thought was the case that is not the case. For instance, I had mentioned something to our fertility doctor on the phone about, us only being able to try the IUI every other month. And he said, well, why is that the case? Are you going to travel? And I said, well, no, since you ovulate from the opposite side every other month. And he said, well, that's the whole point about taking this medication, is that not only do you hope to produce more than one egg, but you hope to produce more than one on each side, or, one on each side kind of thing. So, in the past months with the medication, I have produced more than one egg, but they kind of have stayed on the same side, we think. So we have upped the dosage. I will start taking that tomorrow in hopes that we get more than one egg on more than one side. That way we don't have to wait every other month, because you know, that would kind of be a bummer. Adam likes to call my surgery my oil change. So after my oil change and getting all tuned up, I'm hoping that we'll have some success. With what we've gone through, it's hard not to, you know, keep your walls up and not want to feel that hurt again and that disappointment. But at the same time, our circumstances and our situation are so much different now. I can feel optimistic. I can let my guard down a little bit. And obviously there's the risk of still getting disappointed and not ending up with the outcome that we want. But, you know, we'll just remain hopeful. We are going to kind of reach out to the IVF clinic. That way, if it comes to that and we need to do IVF, then we're kind of ready for that. So we're keeping our game plan, you know, we're making sure that we have a plan B, a backup plan if necessary, because you just never know. So we're going to cross our fingers and our toes and our eyes and everything and hope that a couple more rounds of IUI is what we need. And my tune-up is kind of the missing link. So hopefully in the next couple months we will get pregnant, have a baby. All right, today is, what day is it? Today is Friday, November 22nd, and we're here to do the follicle scan. This will be our second to last IUI, so if this one is unsuccessful, we will do one more. We have been in contact with the IVF clinic, and just in case, you know, this doesn't work, we have to redo our lab work. So we're hoping that this is the winning month. I need at least one follicle on the right side to be between 18 and 20 millimeters in order to for it to be mature. If that's the case, I will give myself the trigger shot tonight, or you'll give me the trigger shot. And then we'll do the insemination in 2 days. Okay, so it looks like I am ovulating, or I will be ovulating from the right side this month. We have possibly 2 follicles on the right. So this is kind of what we see on the right side, which is over here. The first follicle, which is probably the dominant one, this one right here. That is the dominant one. This one is a little bit smaller, but that's another possible one. And on the left, we have the 15 millimeter one. We're gonna move forward and do the IUI. The follicles aren't big enough yet. They like them to be around 20 millimeters. So I have to wait to do the trigger shot until Sunday, and then we'll come back and do the insemination on Tuesday. Okay, so it's Sunday, November 24th. It's time to do the trigger shot. And this time, since Adam is not at work, he will be doing it. So first I'm going to use some alcohol to clean the area. Okay. This thing has been refrigerated. So here's our little thing. Just some medicine in there. So I'm gonna take off the cap. This is the needle. We have to push the air out until a little bit of this stuff comes out. Okay, there we go. And now we're ready. Okay, so I'm gonna keep pinching. You're gonna poke it through, and then I'm gonna let go, okay? I can't watch that, okay?
All right. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All the way through?
Yes. Okay. Slowly. Mm. Oh, ow!
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, pull it out.
You're pregnant.
that's not how it works. On Tuesday, we will go back at 10 a.m. To do our insemination and wait a nice long 2 weeks until we find out. Thanks for doing my shot. You did good.
Thanks.
See you on Tuesday. All right, guys, we are here for round 3. I have my lucky socks on. I am really excited, and I think it's gonna work this time. Today is Tuesday, December 11th. I don't know how many more of these videos. I'm gonna have to make. Is saying that I am not pregnant. I didn't make it past our 16-day wait. There's no need to test. Adam and I will decide what we do next. Part of me wants to throw my hands up and but I know this isn't the end. I'm not sure what the rest of our story looks like. It's hard to picture a positive outcome when, you know, there's been so many months behind us with negative outcomes. And I just wonder how many more of those there will be. And I wonder how many more of those we can handle. So I'm not sure if we will do IUI again. The original plan was to try IUI 2 more times after my surgery. This was only our first, but I was hoping that we would only need 1 more try after my surgery. I guess that's not the case, and I guess we'll have to see where we go from here. Today is Saturday, December 21st. I am here to do a follicle scan. It is cycle day 11. I took 3 pills of the letrozole for cycles day 3 through 7, and we're here to see if I have any dominant follicles on the right side. I think that even if I don't, this might be our last attempt at IUI, because I think we need to go into the new year with clear minds and clear hearts, and, you know, ready to take on our next step. This past month was very rough. I took a couple of days to let myself feel all of the emotions that come with, you know, finding out we weren't pregnant. And I, with the help of many people around me, pulled out of that and decided that, you know, I have to let this happen when it's going to happen. It's not always
as easy as that. You know, a lot of times it's very difficult, and, you know, I just have to remember that everything happens for a reason, and when it's our time, it will happen. I constantly have people reminding me that because, like I said, it's not always easy, but, you know, the support system that Adam and I are surrounded with, it's overwhelmingly amazing. So we'll see how this follicle scan goes, and maybe we will be back for an insemination in a couple of days, and maybe we won't. I guess it just depends. All right, it's Monday, December 23rd. So when I was here on Saturday, I wasn't expecting what we found, but I actually had my ultrasound with Dr. Moy, who we will have a consultation with next month for IVF. But we found that I have 4 follicles that are all about the same size. They were between like 14 and 16 millimeters. And 3 of them were on the right side and 1 of them was on the left side. So because they weren't big enough, Dr. Moy asked me to come back today. And so we're going to see what the outcome is. And if I do have the mature follicles that hopefully continued growing on the right side, then she will have me do the trigger shot this morning and then come back tomorrow for the insemination because they are closed on Christmas Day. So let's go see what we find. All right, so we found that I do have 2 mature sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. I do have 2 mature follicles on the right side. So I am doing the trigger shot at the doctor's. I'm giving it to myself for the first time and I'm a little nervous, but I know what to do and where it goes. So here we go. I'm a little nervous because I haven't done this to myself before, but that's okay. Kind of shaking a little bit. Let's take a deep breath. And I'll get this darn thing open. All right. Here goes nothing. Oh man, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if I can do this. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I did it. We are coming back tomorrow for the insemination and see what happens. Merry Christmas Eve! It's December 24th. It is 9:22 and we are here in San Francisco to do our IUI. This is the 4th IUI and probably the last. I say probably because who knows what will happen and what decisions will be made. Yesterday we found that I have 2 mature follicles on the right. One is 21 millimeters. Why you always gotta yawn in the middle of my video? One of them is 21 millimeters and the other is 18. They are both mature. The one on the left that was about the same size as the others stayed that size, so that one did not continue growing. And here we are this morning to do our IUI. What do you think, babe?
I'm excited.
So I didn't do a video when we first got in the room. I kind of forgot, but we just did our IUI. Are you gonna say anything?
We just did our IUI.
Don't make me laugh too much. It's gonna come out. So we basically just have to wait in here for about 10 more minutes, and then wait and see what happens. Yeah, I think that's it.